Hey, my name's Nathan, this is the Future Game Show, and like every oxygen-breathing organism on Earth, I've been playing Spider-Man 2 lately, and oh, what a game it is. Insomniac delivering on the Spider-Man experience we all dreamed we were playing back in 2004 with the first Spider-Man 2, wishing everything didn't look so much like it was made out of Nintendo Labo. And I tell you something, it is easily a game of the year, but come a bit closer. Have you had a chance to look at a list of upcoming games in development lately? Insomniac's next release is Wolverine, and then presumably Spider-Man 3, if they like success and money. Rocksteady have got Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Massive Entertainment are finishing up on the Avatar game that no one wants, as well as Star Wars Outlaws. Respawn are presumably making another Ginger Jedi game. Machine Games are working on Indiana Jones. IO Interactive are making their very own James Bond game. Monolith are making a Wonder Woman game. EA Motive are working on Iron Man. Cliffhanger Studios have a Black Panther game, and Skydance also have a Black Panther game, but this one's got Captain America in it too. In isolation, all these games feel like perfect fits. Like, of course, Machine Games are the go-to company for killing Nazis. I couldn't think of anyone better to make a James Bond game than IO Interactive, a game that I hope internally is referred to as Hitman with hair. But it's when I take a step back and I look at the wider picture, that's when I feel a bit less enthused, because I realise that the near future of video games is mainly comic book characters and film IPs. I mean, sure, they're making huge amounts of money and receiving massive critical success, but look, are you honestly telling me that you would rather play Spider-Man 2 than Earthworm Jim 3D? What, you would? Yeah, I know, me too. But where are all the original video game characters? You know, where is this generation's Crash Bandicoot, their Samus Aran? Where is their Sonic the Hedgehog or their Pac-Man? Where is their Lara Croft? No, I said Lara Croft. No, I said Lara Croft. Thank you. Where is their Max Paynes, their Solid Snakes, their Jill Valentines? Please, God, the children need a Spyro the Dragon. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, so I decided to ask my good friend and inevitable destructor of the human race, ChatGPT, who are the most famous video game characters? Now, the answers here were no surprise. You had your Mario, Link, Lara Croft, Master Chief. But things got a bit more interesting when I asked, who are the most famous video game characters of the last 10 years? That list, not as easily recognisable. Ellie from The Last of Us? Yeah, sure. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn? Oh, I don't know. Connor, Kara and Marcus from Detroit Become Human? Come on now. I don't think so. Jesus. Even their own mothers have to do a quick Google just to remember who they are. I then went even further and I asked ChatGPT to show me a list of the most famous video game characters of the last 5 years, and no word of a lie, on that list were Miles Morales and Cloud Strife. When I pointed out that one of those characters was from comic books and the other was over 2 decades old, I apologised, offered to do the list again, and still put Miles Morales on it. Jesus Christ. I tell you something, the human race might be in less danger than I initially thought.
You are a horrible person.
Look, but I get it. Like, I do get it. I could easily just sit here and say, we all need to be making new characters. Come on, video game developers, where are my new characters? But can you imagine the risk it is today to bring out a brand new character? The last time I remember a AAA release doing something new, introducing new characters, was Forspoken. A game led by a character that felt like a genetic experiment to fuse a human being with the concept of cringe itself.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop.
And on top of that, look how much money Spider-Man 2 has made. It sold over 5 million copies in 11 days post-release. So I don't like it, but I completely understand why the industry just isn't taking a chance on new characters. But here's my big worry about the future is Spider-Man is always going to make you money. Yeah, he's a surefire bet, but will the Suicide Squad? Or Indiana Jones? Dial of Destiny is set to make Disney $100 million in losses.
We've got one of the industry's best developers working hard on an Indiana Jones game that by the time it comes out might have a 3-figure RRP. That's not a joke, right? That's not a joke. No, stop laughing.
Put not a joke on the screen, please, because that could be a fact. Okay? Put not comedy.
If folk can't be asked to buy a movie ticket to go and see Indiana Jones, are they really going to pay potentially 5 to 10 times that amount to play the game? To be very fair to Disney though, I do hear that most of those $100 million losses were due to electricity bills. But hey, you know, if you've got to defibrillate your leading man before every take, that's what you got to do. That's showbiz,
baby. Come on, Harrison. Take 26, baby.
I've learned over the years though to never count these films out, you know, especially superhero films, especially Marvel films. Iron Man launched at a time when it felt like superhero films were on the way out. We all thought the Avengers was going to be an overstuffed mess. Age of Ultron was a bit of a letdown, so this is probably the end of Marvel. And then no one thought that they could pull off Infinity War and Endgame as well as they did. But they got through all of that and thrived. So when people say, oh, this is it, this is the end of Marvel, I wouldn't hold my breath, but it does feel like a fatigue that none of those other slumps have been coloured by. And with game development taking about as long as it does to watch a Martin Scorsese film, roughly 3 to 6 years, the world could detest superheroes at a time when studios are set to release 2 separate Black Panther games.
But as with all things on planet Earth, we have been here before. Time is a flat circle, and today's Suicide Squad was yesterday's E.T. the Sexy Terrestrial.
Extraterrestrial, sorry. An experience on a cartridge that released in a horrific state caused the industry to collapse on its arse, and all the unsold and returned copies had to be shamefully buried in the New Mexico desert.
Like an ugly hitchhiker you were embarrassed to add to your kill streak. Following the video games crash, consumers were so turned off by video games that Nintendo had to introduce the NES as a home entertainment system. A video games console basically Trojan horsing itself into the homes of millions
by looking a bit like a VCR. Look, am I saying that one of these upcoming games is set to be the ET of our times? No, I don't think so. I think all these developers are too good for that. But I do think it should stand as a testament to why video games shouldn't just blindly follow another entertainment medium's trends.
And also, burying unsold copies of video games in the desert is so 1983. I want to see all the unsold copies of Suicide Squad buried in the unmarked grave of Elon Musk, which is on Mars, of course, after he's forced to flee the Earth following the Great Beyonce Wars of 2026. You won't get that joke, but your kids are going to love it.
But I don't want you to think that this is just a gaming problem. It feels like every entertainment medium at the moment is playing it safe and only banking on IPs that audiences are aware of. I mean, hilariously, what were 2 of the biggest hits of this year? The Super Mario Bros. Movie and The Last of Us TV show. So, you know, who am I to judge? Clearly, games being films and films being games is the way forward. It's what everyone wants.
Bring it on. Bring it all on. Bring on the Emmy-nominated HBO Goat Simulator series. Bring on the Illumination animated Manhunt film. Bring on the PS5 exclusive Insomniac-developed Forrest Gump game. Because if you can't beat them, just play the games.
Hey, thank you very much for watching, especially if you've got all the way to the end. Please do check out some of the other stuff we've got on the FGS channel. Consider subscribing, and maybe a Forrest Gump game would actually be quite good. Or maybe I'd need to see the doctor again. Excuse me, doctor, I'm having the dreams again. Yeah, about a Forrest Gump video game.